South Florida. I'm Dave Azer, and there is a really cool way to celebrate World Ocean Day right here in South Florida. Here is Dr. Angela Colbert from the Patricia and Philip Frost Museum of Science to tell you all about it. Dr. Angela, good to see you. How are you?
Doing well. How about you?
I'm doing great, thank you. You brought some friends who have seen better days, but nice of them to join us.
Yeah. We'll get to them in a minute.
Poor little guy. Don't you go anywhere. He's not. All right, the 3rd annual Miami Underwater Festival. It sounds great. What's the deal?
It's going to be a fantastic, just jam-packed weekend full of everything you would want to learn about underwater, marine, sea life, creatures. So it's really exciting. It has multiple parts to it, so feel free, to ask me questions about that.
You need like a little bit of a flow chart.
Yeah, I do, and I didn't bring one. I forgot my flow chart today, unfortunately. But if you always go to our website, you can go there and get the full schedule and help sort things out. So I'm going to do my best.
We're ready. Get out a pen and paper. Yeah.
So starting Saturday, June 7th, at our current facility, which is across the street from Vizcaya, which is also the Patricia and Philip Frost Museum of Science, we're going to have a series of amazing underwater films curated by Blue on Tour, which is part of the world-renowned Blue Ocean Film Festival and Conservation Summit. I've seen all the films myself. They're spectacular.
Okay.
Really exciting. We have them in series of shorts, some a little longer, so there's a lot of variety for the whole family to get something that you want. We also have a wonderful series of underwater photography and even a fun little workshop by Grove Scuba, who's going to actually be teaching you how to take underwater photography at our sea labs.
Very
so that's
cool.
going to be pretty fun.
Okay.
So even the kids can get out the cameras and try and, really just have a good time with it. In addition to that, there's a whole bunch of other workshops. There's going to be information about corals and everything you would want to know about our big blue neighbor to the east.
So far, you said this was going to be confusing and difficult. I got everything you said so far. I am with you. I am there. I'm excited.
Okay, so that programming, similar to that, will also continue at the museum on the Sunday. But the real special thing on the Sunday is from noon to 4 for the first time ever. We're going to be at the New Night Plaza, which is right in between where the Perez Art Museum, the new one that just opened, is, and where our current new museum is under construction. So you'll actually get a sneak peek at the construction going on with our brand new building, as well as a bunch of other activities, including an aquajet show with the awesome aquajet packs at 1 and 3 p.m. And that event is completely free to the public. So you actually get to come out there with your family. It's really a festival feel, so you just get to go to all these different activities and booths and, see what different people have to offer. And we have a wonderful lineup of partners, all of which you can find online on our website.
Again, not that confusing. I think I got the whole thing. We'll do the website address again at the end, but what's the website?
It's miamisci.org.
Miamisci.org, very cool. So this is the 3rd one of these.
Yes.
How do you keep one-upping yourself? I know you mentioned some new things that are happening, but it's a pretty big event, so you got to, it's probably a difficult process to keep going. How do we make this bigger and better every year?
It really is.
Yeah.
So the last time we had it was in December 2012. So it's been kind of a break from it. And this year we put it because June 8th actually happens to be World Oceans Day. So we wanted to do an event that was in line with that. And so we decided to make it even bigger and better by really adding in that plaza component, because we've never done anything down there before, and we're really excited about all the progress we've made that a lot of people don't realize we've been making.
Do you think there is pretty good ocean awareness down here or not?
I think it's better than a lot of areas, but we can always use a little more education and learn a little more.
Yeah, sure.
Everyone can learn. I learn new stuff every day.
Tell me about sharks. Obviously, they get. Tell me about sharks. They get a bad reputation.
They do.
But is it our fault? Or we're in their habitat? They're supposed to be there. We're not.
Yeah, so sharks is something that's really interesting because all the films, all the media, people are really scared. Actually, one of the films is just this minute-long film, and it's actually hysterical because it shows all these people going to the beach, and then in the water, and it's playing the Jaws music, so you think it's going to be a giant shark, and then it's a toaster oven, because toaster ovens kill more people a year than sharks.
That's interesting, actually. I'm now picturing if Spielberg had made the movie about a toaster oven. Yes. Right.
So, sharks, are just behaving naturally.
Right.
Most of them are really not aggressive. There's certain species of them that are quite aggressive, and you just need to educate yourself on where those are and where they are. But most of the time, you know, it's just a mistake, and they never fully attack someone. They think you're something else, and they let go.
If you put your hand in a toaster, bad things are going to happen too.
That would happen.
You know?
But I don't think you should be afraid of the ocean either.
Right.
I just
Or
dive
toasters.
right in. Or toasters.
Right.
Right.
Yes. You brought some friends. I apologize. We didn't have enough microphones for them, so you'll have to talk on their behalf.
Yeah, I can't do their voices.
Oh, that'd be so cool if you could. That would be really cool.
I wish.
Work on that for next year.
I will. So this is a hawksbill sea turtle. And what makes it a hawksbill sea turtle is if you look at this beak right here. Do you see that beak?
I do.
That beak, it looks like a bird's beak, right?
Yeah.
And so that's how it gets its name. That's how you can define it as a hawksbill, is because of this beak right here. So what's really interesting about sea turtles is that most people don't realize that they actually have a vertebrae. So they have that going along their shell, and these little different panels are called scutes. And the main difference between sea turtles and tortoises is sea turtles have flippers.
Very cool.
Because they're primarily in the water, except when they go on land to nest, and or when they're first born and they wiggle on, and they're super cute.
Right.
And tortoises have actual feet because they're primarily on land. So that's the main difference between these guys.
Just dropping some turtle knowledge right now.
Yeah.
You're just bringing the turtle knowledge. And not this species of turtle, but what is it, the loggerhead turtle you were telling me? The adults get is super big.
Right. So hawksbill are mainly tropical. So they actually don't nest here. And what we have primarily that nest in Florida are loggerheads and green sea turtles. And the loggerhead turtles, when they're adults, can get as big as golf carts.
That's crazy.
So that's just like massive.
Yeah, and nobody messes with those guys.
Not once they're adults. When they're poor little babies, unfortunately, they don't have a very high survival rate. That's why we're doing so much work and effort to really, you know, protect their nests. So if you see something like fenced off on a beach, leave it alone because it's a sea turtle nest.
Typically, if something is fenced off anywhere, you should leave it alone, just typically. In closing, who's this adorable guy?
So this is our friend, the Atlantic bottlenose dolphin. And what you'll notice here is that the skull actually should extend a little bit further when you see a dolphin in the ocean. But the reason why there's no bone there is because it's all fatty material. It's called the melon. And what actually they do from there is their echolocation, and it's how they communicate. It's also called a biosensor. And so what they use that for is to find out the size, the shape, direction, distance of these different animals that they're trying to locate, whether it's just to know where something is or to, you know, actually hunt it, because they got to eat too.
They got to eat too. So totally fascinating. And if you want more great information like this, some really cool movies, and you want to see the new museum, I mean, you got to go to the event. It's the 3rd annual Miami Underwater Festival. The website again is
MiamiSci.org.
And it's Saturday the 7th and Sunday the 8th.
Right.
Okay, and you're awesome. Come back next time with a turtle voice, and a dolphin voice, and it'll be great TV. Thank you, Dr. Angela. And Saturday night, there's a special evening program starting at 6:30 for adults only. There's cash bar, free food, some cool movies, and of course, you have to be 21 and older to attend. And